I'm getting ready to make a little lunch, and I thought it would be a good opportunity to chat a bit about why I'm opting to lose weight as slowly as I am. I feel like a lot of the comments I get of people telling me what I should be doing differently are accompanied by, it'll take you so long to lose the weight, or you could be losing the weight so much faster if you had a larger calorie deficit. And while I'm totally aware that that's true, I maintain a very slight calorie deficit, like 200 to 500 calories per day. And for reference, 500 calories a day would be a pound a week. So that means that I am opting to lose weight at a rate of, generally speaking, less than 1 pound per week. While I know it's totally true that I could increase my calorie deficit and lose weight much faster, I have pretty valid reasons for not wanting to do that. And while, to be honest, I don't really feel the need to justify that choice, I think some of the reasoning could be helpful for other people, so I'm gonna go ahead and share it. Because I really feel like rapid weight loss is something that diet culture and our society has really glorified, especially with the rapidly increasing use of weight loss drugs like Ozempic and Mounjaro, and people shedding a lot of weight very quickly. I think that's kind of been put up on a pedestal. There's some really solid reasons why it's not all it's cracked up to be. I am craving French fries, so I'm gonna air fry up some of these bad boys. Something that I think is fairly relevant to my weight loss journey is the fact that I have had a history with eating disorders. And since I don't make any money off of this channel, I can name those eating disorders for you. I have a history with atypical anorexia and bulimia. Because of that, a lot of my history with weight loss has been cutting out food, like entirely almost, and losing weight very, very quickly. I'm gonna make a whole separate video talking about my history with eating disorders, so I won't get into it too much right now. But that was my first introduction to rapid weight loss, and I can tell you it was not fun. Okay, I just threw my fries into the air fryer and I'm deciding what I wanna do for a protein. So after I recovered from my eating disorder, I kind of swung all the way in the other direction, which happens to a lot of people, and had a bit of time where I was struggling with binge eating. As a result of that, I gained quite a bit of weight, and I am 5 feet tall, so a lot of weight on a small frame doesn't feel great either. When I realized that I was going to need to start prioritizing my health and working on losing some weight in order to feel my best, I was also very, very aware that my history with eating disorders was recent and I did not want to spiral back into that. So I started out by working with a dietitian who specializes in eating disorder recovery. She strongly recommended that given my history with extremely disordered eating, we shouldn't do anything drastic. We should start slow. And so she started me off with a very small calorie deficit. She didn't even tell me it was a calorie deficit at the time. She just asked me what I had been eating and kind of helped me rework it in a way that would lead to a calorie deficit that I didn't have to think about or be obsessing over. In conjunction with that, she did not tell me if I was losing weight at first. She wouldn't tell me the number on the scale. I was not allowed to see that information. All I got was you're headed in the right direction, or let's work on it at our visits. That was all the information I got. And that helped me stop prioritizing the number on the scale as much. And when you stop prioritizing the number on the scale as much, and you're not looking for it to drop down a certain digit every time you step on there, it stops to matter as much how fast the number is dropping. I think I'm just gonna keep my life easy and do some rotisserie chicken. So during that time, I was losing weight very slowly, very consistently, and things were going really well. I even was able to get into a headspace where I was able to track my calories a little bit more closely without that like sending me over the edge or into a spiral or a weird eating disorder place. I was able to get to a point where it was just very neutral for me. And I know that not everyone's there, so I'm not saying everyone should track their calories, but I was in a good place. I had gotten down to about the size I'm at now, and I was plateauing pretty hard, which is super normal. But while my weight loss had been slow, it had still been consistent. So hitting that plateau did kind of fuck with me a little bit. At the time, I had been using the free version of Noom to track my food at my dietitian's recommendation. And I decided I liked it so much, maybe I should pay for the program. So I bought Noom, and I'm not trying to shit on them at all, but if you have a history with eating disorders, I don't think I don't think Noom is the right move for you. Noom started me out with 1,200 calorie days. I don't care how small I am, how inactive I am. I'm an adult woman. That's not enough food. So suddenly I was restricting a lot. And this is definitely the closest I ever got to like heading back down an ED spiral, like very close. And in addition to that, I was losing weight really, really quickly. Another thing that's different is Noom tells you to go step on that scale every single morning and weigh yourself every day. So if you are someone who is prone to obsessing over the number on the scale, not the program for you. So I was losing weight really quickly. I was getting straight up addicted to watching the number on the scale go down, 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 down. And I was fully hungry all the time, but lying to myself and telling myself I was so full because I was volume eating. But I felt like crap. I was doing like 2 to 3 workouts a day with no energy to do them. And I was just having a bad time. It was becoming clear to me the longer I did this that this was not sustainable. In addition to that, the actual weight loss kind of had some sucky side effects. One, my clothes stopped fitting so fast. Now I understand that losing weight, a side effect of that is that your clothes are gonna fit differently. You might have to buy some new clothes. That's totally fine, I'm fine with that. It was the rate at which my new clothes that I had just bought because I lost 10 pounds and I needed something new that fit better. All of a sudden, I lost another 10 pounds and I can't keep buying clothes at this rate. It's crazy. Another thing is that I got a lot of loose skin and I didn't have that much weight to lose. So I'm about 150 pounds now, and that's about the weight I was when I started Noom. I dropped probably like 15, 20 pounds at most. And the amount of loose skin I had felt so disproportionate. Had I been losing that weight more slowly and doing strength training and eating a lot of protein in the process, that probably wouldn't have happened to me, at least not as much as it did. But I'm talking like I could pull my stomach skin away from my stomach. I don't even want to talk about my boobs. They were just sacks of skin. It was making me feel worse about the way I looked in a swimsuit or in a pair of shorts or in a tank top than I did when I was just a little thicker and didn't have loose skin. There's no shame in having loose skin. Anyone who loses a huge amount of weight is probably gonna have some loose skin. But the fact is that the amount of weight I lost, had I done it at a slower rate with different exercise and different diet, that amount of loose skin was so unnecessary and completely avoidable. So if you are trying to avoid loose skin while you're losing weight, I would suggest you do it pretty slowly with lots of protein and strength training so that you're continuing to maintain your muscle mass. That'll help with loose skin. So in addition to the crazy amount of money I was spending on new clothes every time I lost more weight, and the large amount of loose skin I was dealing with for what was a relatively small amount of weight lost, I was also starting to really struggle in my workouts. Like I started to tell that feeling I had at the beginning of every time I would go back and do the same workouts again, the next time, I felt a little stronger each time. I felt like they were a little bit easier each time. I felt like I could maybe add a little bit more weight next time. That stopped at some point. That plateaued for me. And in retrospect, I know that was because I wasn't feeding my muscles right. I was probably experiencing muscle waste, and that was probably a good chunk of my weight loss. The thing about muscle waste and losing muscle mass because you've lost weight too quickly and you're not eating properly, you're strength training enough, is that it can really impede your weight loss further down the road because our muscles are metabolic. They burn calories. Your calorie burning muscles are a big part of what's going to help you maintain your weight loss or continue into weight loss past a plateau. And if you're experiencing muscle waste because you're losing weight too quickly, you're not going to have as much of that super valuable muscle mass to help you in your journey later on. Plus, there's a whole array of issues that can arise from muscle waste as you get older, but I won't even get into that. And the combination of those things just makes losing weight that quickly, restricting that much, unsustainable. And I yo-yoed back relatively hard. And you want to know what's a lot worse for your body than just staying a little bit overweight? When your weight yo-yos like crazy. That has a lot more health risks. So instead of dropping 20 or 30 pounds super fast and then yo-yoing back up because the way you did that was not sustainable, and then, you need to lose weight again, try something else super crazy and restrictive, that'll do it really fast, and then yo-yo back up again, that is such a bad cycle for your body, and you can avoid it by just prioritizing losing weight slowly. Plus, less odds of muscle waste, annoying loose skin, and a little bit more budget friendly. And I'm not trying to say that the only way to safely and sustainably lose weight is to lose less than a pound a week. It's considered safe to lose anywhere from 1 to 3 pounds a week, so that's fine. I'm just saying that if you know you have certain mental tendencies, it might be better to focus on slow weight loss. It gives you a better opportunity to get in tune with your body, understand what foods feel good, what foods don't feel good, what patterns and ways of eating do and don't fuel you the best. It also just gives you a little bit more flexibility to find what actually works for you that you enjoy, instead of just trying to cram your lifestyle into some diet that will be really effective and really quick, but may not work well for you long term. And that's gonna lead to a more sustainable eating pattern and overall better weight management. So babe, you do whatever you want. As far as I'm concerned, if you're safe, eat however you want, be whatever weight you want, lose or don't lose weight at whatever rate you want. But those are the reasons that I have chosen to lose weight slowly, like less than a pound a week slowly. If you're interested at all in following along on my weight loss journey or seeing any of the foods that I've been eating to accomplish my goals, or you're just curious what a blind girl's life is like, subscribe. Come hang out and check out some of my videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye.